guys, welcome back to our channel और आज हमारे साथ हैं बहुत ही important guest. Her name is Richa. She's from Punjab, Chandigarh. Hi Richa, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine, Shanu. First of all, thanks for inviting me to your channel. How are
Thank you.
you?
I'm doing great, and the purpose for making this video is that you already know that we have an immigration channel, and I make a lot of videos related to Canada immigration, PR visa, as well as study visa. So we get a lot of inquiries for study visa, but right now, as you all know, that for study, there is a part of IELTS. So in IELTS, a lot of students now they are confused. Okay, so before starting this video, I just want to introduce everyone. She is a IELTS coach. She provides IELTS coaching all over, like not only in India. You also have, I know you also have people from out of India as well. So yeah, so that, and she's a part of our team. So first of all, thank you for giving me your valuable time, Richa. And I also want you to share your experience. We always talk on phone and all, but purpose of making this video is so that viewers will also know that what we are doing and what will be our future plans, right? So yeah, so could you just tell me why have you started this IELTS journey and how it's going on right now? So yeah.
Okay, so I would like to begin by telling you that earlier I was also the student. I was
Mm-hmm.
also an aspirant, and because of that, I started taking classes and I gave the exam. I scored really well, but yes, because of some issues, my
Mm-hmm.
plans were not successful and I didn't move to Canada. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought, why shouldn't I start training the students? And for that, I took the coaching first. I got trained by a few people, the experts who were there in this field. And finally, after some time, I started providing classes to the students, and it's been almost 7 years. Since then, I'm providing classes for not only for IELTS, but also of PTE. And I provide online classes as well as I provide classroom training. Online is pan India as well as I have students from across the world. But yes, classroom training is basically in Chandigarh and Mohali.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. So when it comes to India, so most of your students are from Punjab, or you get inquiries from like out of Punjab as well?
To be honest with you, now the trend has changed a lot. Earlier, I used to get majority of the students only from Punjab because over here the craze is a little bit different. But yes, now I get queries from different parts of the country. And the trend has increased, I would say, more in Rajasthan as well as in Gujarat. And people are showing a lot of interest from Maharashtra as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
And
okay,
of
that's
course,
good.
Andhra Pradesh is also a big hub now. I get a lot many queries from there.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And Richa, when it comes to IELTS, what are the challenges right now students are facing? Because whenever like I get a lot of inquiries from students, and whenever I attend their calls, they are always confused, and like right now they are a little bit scared. Also, they are thinking like general is kind of easy compared to academic, but general is mostly used for permanent residency. So when it comes to
Exactly.
immigration, so if they want to study, they have to provide academic. And recently, if you are not aware of that, recently IRCC, Canada government, have announced that now they can provide general as well for their study purpose. But that was a temporary thing that they have stopped. Now colleges they are not accepting because they have started that because IELTS was closed there in India. Not everyone was
Yes.
easily able to register and all those kind of things, but now IELTS is open everywhere. So now colleges
Yes.
now are not accepting general, they need academic. So now they are a little bit
Exactly.
scared that हमारे पास तो general पढ़ा हुआ है, why can't, like someone told them that okay they can proceed with general as well. So is the same thing going on right now, and like they are scared between general and academic, or and also want to know what are the difference when it comes to general and academic? Is it like very very hard compared to general, or it's the same?
I don't think, yes, there is a big difference, but yes, few parts of modules are being changed. If I talk about reading, then reading is definitely different in general and in academic, apart from the last section. And in writing, one task is different. Rest all the modules are same. Listening is exactly same. Speaking is exactly same. But yes, if I say talk about reading two sections are a little bit easier. But yes, in general, the students have to score more. But in case of academics, the band requirement is quite less. So somewhere or the earth is it's almost the same thing. I don't think there's a big difference.
Mm.
So the students who are appearing for general, they have to score more bands. So ultimately they have to practice more. But yes, if they are giving the academic paper, then the requirement is only 6 or 6.5. So that is quite easy to score. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Okay. And how it helps when it comes to practice, because you are already providing online classes for all your students, so will it really helps when it provides, like if someone just want to practice online looking at YouTube videos and taking classes from you, like what are the difference and how it helps?
See, of course, difference will always be there. Because of
Mm.
that, we have specialized institutions. Otherwise,
Mhm.
everyone could have studied from YouTube only. So
Yeah.
this is the way. Of course, information is provided on YouTube, but yes, I won't say in detail.
Mhm.
Everyone is here, and they will, provide the information free of cost up to an extent. Nobody is
Mhm.
going to provide the complete information, and
Mhm.
because of that, many of the students have been misguided also. And it's not
Mhm.
only about IELTS or PTE. In fact, in every field, we can see information is there on YouTube, but we cannot learn each and everything from those videos. Somewhere or the other way, we have to approach an expert or a guide in order to crack any exam. So
Right,
this is the
right.
reason many of the students get confused, and sometimes they appear for the paper and they are unable to crack at once. And they spend a
Okay.
huge amount of money. The exam is also quite expensive.
Yeah, right. True, true. So, Richa, what are the tips and tricks you want to give all the students who want to improve their IELTS when it comes to especially reading and listening? Because speaking is kind of easy, like they can easily score 7. Okay, but when it comes to listening and reading, what are the tips and tricks? Your
See, the
secret
basic
tips which you want to share.
So the basic tip which I would give over here is basically they have to practice more and more. That is the
Mhm,
only way of cracking any paper, right?
mhm,
And IELTS is something which is thoroughly based on practice. If
mhm,
there will be a gap of even 3 days, of course,
mhm,
that flow will break. So the student will
mhm.
get back to the original position where he was initially. And of course, there are a few more tips and tricks. Of course, I won't be able to share without sharing the, screen and
Mhm.
all and how it has to be solved,
Yes,
because
yes, yeah,
there
true.
are 14, 15 types of questions in reading, and every
Mhm.
question category has a different strategy to do it. And of course,
Okay.
time management is the biggest skill, especially in reading. Listening is still easy. Listening is not that tough. That students can practice on their own, but for listening, reading, they have to.
Yeah, and also when we are going for a test, also, and in IELTS centers, they have a limited time. So in that
Exactly.
limited time, they have to, practice that how they will, clear that examination and all those kind of things. Yeah, I can really understand. So, and how do you provide right now? Like, because I know, so like your classes kind of thing. I just want my viewers to understand how it works when it comes to online classes if they want to proceed with, our services.
See, my online classes are a little bit different from other people. What happens basically in institutes, what they do, they used to provide the material, and daily
Mhm,
they used to conduct one face-to-face session. But
mhm,
what, in my case, what I do not just provide the material, I used to sit on screen continuously throughout till the students practicing, whether it is reading, writing, listening, or speaking, because I do not want to leave the students unattended. I just give them the feel of classroom training only. They shouldn't feel like that, yes, it is an online class and the teachers have provided the material, we have to practice everything on, and that they have to, manage the time also on their own. So it's nothing like that. I will be on the screen throughout, and I will keep on telling them that yes, this much of time is left, and in between, if they will have any query while solving the module, so immediately I used to provide them the assistant. They do not have to wait for the next day that the trainer will come and then we'll ask the query. So this is the
mhm.
biggest difference.
Okay, Richa, the last question, I will not take much time of yours because I know that right now it's, I think, 8:30 in India. I think
No,
it's
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 about 9:45.
oh, it's 9:45. Yeah, it's 9:40 there. Here it's in Canada, it's 11:15 a.m. So I
Yeah.
will not take much time of yours. Just the last question, because you are handling, like, globally everywhere. So you get a lot of inquiries from students. So when it comes to country, what are their like first preference? Which country they want to go and pursue their career?
Currently, of course, it is Canada. The
Correct.
reason
Especially you,
is,
you are from Punjab, so definitely I can understand. Like every Punjabi, they want to go to Canada, jana hai, and wahan pe bas, just because there are a lot of craze going on right now. So I can understand. So yeah, so
hmm,
you said Canada is number one for international
yeah,
students. Yeah, yeah, and also like in Canadian economy also is like it's a huge contribution when it comes to international students. So yeah, Canada. Yeah, Canada is obviously it's a nice place. People come here and they study, they pursue their study. So Richa, so thank you so much for your time. So and we will look forward, and we'll see how can we help all our students to reach their goals.
yes,
And
sure.
as we all know that IELTS is very important when it comes to immigration, not only for
Yes, of course.
college admission, also for their visa filing. Also, IELTS is really important. And yeah, so thank you so much.
It's all my pleasure. It was pleasure talking to you, and I hope definitely our conversation will prove beneficial to the students or to the viewers. Definitely, they'll come to you and ask and sort out their queries. Thanks a
Thank you.
lot. Thank
Thank you.
you,
Thank you.
Shaz.
Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye
bye
bye.
bye.
Bye.